Silo Episode 8, Season 2, now out. Let's talk about it. Okay, so the newest episode of Silo is now out on Apple TV for you guys to go and check out, and things are heating up. This episode, man. If you didn't like the mayor, well, you're going to hate him after this episode, because he does a lot of things in here where he's pissed off other characters now that kind of make you question, like, what is this guy's ultimate goal? Like, what is Bernard's ultimate goal? What does he truly want? Because he's losing allies, he's losing power, he's on the verge of collapse. He's trying to maneuver everything and trying to do it. I honestly don't understand what the end game is for this guy. I mean, he's making deals left, right, and center. I mean, Walks makes a deal with the devil. Why she made that deal? She made a deal with him. We don't know what exactly it was said, because obviously we didn't hear that conversation, but she made the deal, and then he was like, I will take you up so you can see, your ex-wife, whatever. I'll take you to go see her. Did it not go through her mind that this man, Bernard, cannot be trusted? Because what does he do? He doesn't let her in the room. He just goes, oh, look through here. There you go, you saw her. She can't hear you. Done. I gave up my end of the deal. Now you got to do yours. And it's like, bruh, Walks, you're smarter than that. Don't trust Bernard. Don't trust this guy. I mean, it's just, ugh. But there's one thing in this episode that I really, really liked. And it's to do with Sims. Man's now a judge. And man is getting a piece of his own medicine right now. He thought because he was promoted to judge that he had some sort of power. Not only does Bernard tell him that, babe, or you're just there for looks. You're just there to, sit there on your office, do as I tell you, you sign off what I want. You basically are my bitch. That's really what Sims is. Sims, you are maybe Judge Sims, but you are bitch of Bernard. That's what you are. And that's what he learns very quickly. And then when he goes to the new head of judicial, who just took his spot, he thought he was getting an upgrade from being the head to the judge. So when he goes to him and says, look, you need to tell me this, you report to me, man. I'm your boss. Man just turns to him and goes, yeah, did you ever report to the judge? Oh, that's right, you didn't, did you? You think you have power over me? No, sir. You have no power to me. I answer to Bernard. And it's like, well, Sims, the flags were there. The red flags were everywhere. And how you have not seen it until this moment, well, it's called karma. You're getting the medicine that you were dishing out. So, yeah. Unlucky for Sims, man. He is just... And then he finds out his wife has actually helped the Raiders as well. Not the Raiders. The Rebellion. He's helped the two from Mechanical and stuff like that. And he's like, well, we need to do this together. And that's like, yo, Sims, man. You went from no one wants to see you and fears you to no one gives a shit about you anymore, bro. You're at the bottom of the pecking order, it seems like now. And he's learning it the hard way. So, there's that. I also love the stuff they're doing with Sheriff Billings. And I love it because he has no allegiance to anyone but the law itself. And I like that idea. So you have Bernard, who's trying to, I guess take over and keep control and stability and everything, but like the lies and everything like that. Then you have Mechanical, who are trying to rise up and to fight the corruption that is up there to get the truth out to everyone, and so that they can, paint the full picture of what is actually going on. And then you have Sheriff Billings, who's in the middle of that, who wants to know who is responsible for the death of the judge. Who killed Judge Meadows? That's what he ultimately wants. Who is behind this all? He is just the truth. He wants the truth. That is what he is supporting. And I love the angle of that. That to me is brilliant, because we see it from both sides. But when you have someone that is neutral in this sort of struggle of power that is going on, it makes it more compelling because they are not biased to either side. And I love that moment where he's there with his wife and she's like, why didn't you tell me about the piece of paper and everything like that? So he shows her and she looks at it, and it's this discovery of them realizing that there was a life that was outside and everything like that. And then Billings breaks down and he says, I don't know what to do. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful character moment for him. And I love that he doesn't answer to anyone. And he is just pure answering to the law. It's brilliant. I really, really love that. Now, obviously we have Lucas in here as well, who gets named Shadow of the Mayor. And he is deciphering things and trying to figure out what Quinn's book and everything like that, what the code is, the messages and that. We finally get to see inside the vault and see what is actually in there. It's all these relics, books, and everything like that from the past time. So it's really interesting to see what is happening and the way that Lucas discovers the technology that came before in the iPad. Basically, it's like it's not an iPad, but it's very similar to an iPad, where it's obviously voice command and everything like that. And he's just looking in there and he can't believe his eyes and stuff like that. It's like, whoa, what's going on here? So I love that. And this idea of the self-discovery that they are trying to figure out what came before, like what happened, all that, why they're here, why were the silos built and everything like that, I think is very fascinating. And then you go over to the flip side where you have Juliet. Man, she is fighting for her life in that silo. Holy moly. Firstly, Solo. Man can't be trusted at all. He is just unhinged. Like, there's so many moments where you're just like, yeah, Julie, don't touch it. Don't trust this guy at all. He's psychopath. And then when she goes in a dive, I love that they're discovering as well, like, people could swim. And I love how he brings up the whole, oh, if you go down and you go down a certain bit, you have to come up slowly because you have to equate yourself or whatever to the pressure. So as you come up, you slowly got to come up because you got to get used to pressure. Where if you all come up at once, the pressure difference is so large that it's just absolutely messes with you. And I love that idea and that concept, because they could have easily just had this written where she goes down and she comes back up as quick as possible, and then you're kind of like, is that realistic? She ain't Aquaman. But I love that they add that touch. It makes it a little bit more realistic. And then there's these other people there, and they've got arrows and stuff. And I love how she comes with a shield and like the thing look like a Viking. But I'm interested to see what's going on there. So, bro, she's out there fighting. She got an arrow. She just wants to build a suit to leave so she can go back to the other silo and tell everyone what her adventure and everything like that and what's on the outside. But no, she's trying to fight for her life to be able to do that. It's freaking mental, man. So I enjoyed this episode, and yeah, it was just one of those ones where you're like, whoa, things are heating up. So we got 2 episodes to go. Where do we go from now? Where do we go? So we know who are these people down on this silo? What is going to happen at the other silo? What is Lucas going to discover here with this code? What is actually the actual thing that he's going to find and discover, which is going to be interesting? What's going to happen with Sims and Bernard? What did Bernard and Walks come to, the conclusion? What else is Mechanical going to do? And what is the Sheriff going to do? So let me know your theories and stuff like that and your comments on this episode. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.